The following is rated F for fairness. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Welcome to the audio show. All I've got is just for you. You ready for my beef tonight? I'm okay, just treat me right. Come in, me people, come in, me friend. What you gonna do when you come to defend? Question ask, me answer them. Wheel it up and pull it up and mash again. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Oh, yes. Good evening, friends. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. How is your evening? How is it for you today? How was Skitland? How is your life? How is things going? Let me see exactly. I can pinpoint to people. How was your day? Charmaine, I saw that you said that your day was extremely busy. How was y'all's day? I'm doing well tonight, to be very, very fair with you. It wasn't as busy today, but it was a nice day. It was a nice day. I was able to kind of keep up, because some days I can't keep up. Rated B for biased. What's the bias today, Charmaine? What is the bias? The following is rated. Charmaine, so what's rated B for bias? What was the bias today that I had? My day was lovely. Amber needs to move out. Day was good. Day was beautiful. How was my day, Miss Almas? My day is going well. How am I? I'm doing well, goddess. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Beautiful people. Toby says good evening. There you go. Thank God it's Friday. Moneylaw has entered the chat because Moneylaw, them listen to me. They are afraid of Moneylaw. Them afraid of Moneylaw. Moneylaw, I'm getting concerns. People are afraid. People are stating that they are afraid because, them think you're going, they think that you're going to get them. O'Neil, just in case, what's the bias? I've been on, listen to me. VA is doing great counting down the days for summer break. You doing well? Money Laws enter the chat. Thank you, God, for another day. There you go. Skitland is popping. Today it was popping today. Them give us a nice little, put a little God in it today, So most of us in the comments is Jamaica. No. We do have a very mixed audience, actually. We have a very mixed audience. I don't know about most of it being that, You're not afraid of Money Law. Money Law, them, watch you now. Where's the Shayla looking good right here, so? So today, Shayla, so the honeypot girl, I did not react to this because I saved it for us to look at. Shayla is stating that she's saying that they don't need Sarah's help. Let me ask y'all a question. I don't know if y'all saw the video I put up with Sarah and the honeypot girl. Does Sarah need help? See, I told y'all about the Shayla character, and I told a lot of my detractors. Yeah, there a lot of people are from America. Most of the audience from America. Most. We've finished the week without seeing her. Oh, good gosh. They absolutely need Sarah's help. Do they need Sarah's help? We could have finished the week without Shayla. Do they need Sarah's help? What I loved about the whole Sarah piece with what I loved about this was I liked how they brought some education to the skits them. Like if you are out there and you want to start a podcast, at least you get some insight into it. I really and truly love that. Yes, them need your help. I'm from Virginia. They need all the help them can get. They do need the help. They must say them don't need the help, Trinidadian living in America. You see that? No, most of the chat is not Jamaican friends. So I have to be very careful and slow my cadences down so that they can understand what I'm saying. That's probably the first question I need to ask the audience. Do you guys understand what O'Neal is saying? Sarah gave the best advice. She was extremely professional, and yes, they need Sarah's help, and Shayla doesn't know what she's talking about. Shayla doesn't even know Sarah. Sarah need a what? Shayla don't need Sarah. She need a brain doc.
I feel like we're falling behind. You and I, we've been having a lot of meetings. Yes, we've been getting a lot of stuff together, but we still haven't gotten all the girls together for a full meeting. And then also there are a lot of stuff that we haven't been talking about or thinking about.
Like what?
Like who's directing it? Do we have a camera crew? The lighting, all that stuff. Like we haven't fully just fleshed out all of the ideas, and it's been a couple months now and we're trying to get started, right?
Okay, well, that's the purpose of all these meetings and the documents. It's gonna take time. We're new to this. We're not supposed to be experts. This is our first time being on a podcast.
But I was talking to Sarah Fontenot, and she has a podcast herself. Sarah, you know Sarah.
Wayne's ex-assistant?
Yeah, who he was
also messing with?
Yes.
So there you go. That's Shayla basically. Donna, thank you very much for stating that. I appreciate it. So I've heard that once I started to get excited, once I start getting very excited, then basically my dialect goes too far, and so people don't understand what I'm saying. So I've been told, but I appreciate you for telling me that because it helps me to communicate better with the audience. They have enough of Wayne X involved. Plus, all the Sarahs are annoying. I say, oh boy, all of something else. They definitely need Sarah. Shayla said them don't. Shayla says that they don't need Sarah. Look at what I think it is that the honey Shayla is using the honeypot girl to to pay for her everyday bills. Shayla using the honeypot girl. Simple and period. Simple and period. This is what Shayla is doing. Shayla is using the honeypot girl. She use the honeypot girl so she can pay her bills. Simple. Shayla using the honeypot girl to pay her bills. That is exactly what it is. Meaning, if she wants to go out to a restaurant, she tells them that they have a meeting. So they go out to the restaurant for the meeting. That's basically what's going on. They don't know what they're doing. Nobody knows what they're doing. But people who are not experts should pay someone who's an expert to help, especially with their expectations. And it's going to be a huge podcast. That's if the podcast gets off the ground. Tell Shayla to go pick up a broom and a broomstick to know what she knows. She doesn't know anything. All Amber fans are saying yes because Shayla won't stop being biased. Because y'all won't stop being biased. Why? Do you mean have thing there? So is Iman a part of Skitland? Iman still is a part. I think he still is a part of Skitland. I think he's just like in and out. Like he's very good question. Auntie Iman is he's like one of those guest stars. So Iman has already told Wayne that he has to go do his thing and come back. Based on what I saw with him and Uncle Shay Shay. That's what he stated. That Wayne has to work around his schedule. Shayla uses everybody. My question is, can this podcast get off the ground? Exactly, O'Neal. Shayla is looking for a free meal. Can the podcast get off the ground? Ladies, I'm going to ask you some very, very personal questions. Personal as in not in your personal life, but I'm going to ask some personal questions. I'm going to ask you some real serious questions, ladies. I want to question you. It is my belief. I may be wrong, so you need to correct me. I may be wrong, and if I'm incorrect in my assessment, please correct me. Please correct me. Right? This is the first question. Can the podcast get off the ground? No, no. The podcast is going nowhere. No. Sarah's right, but her podcast isn't popping either. Sarah's right, but her podcast isn't popping either. They're dragging her on where? On social media? God, no. No, hold on. Let's take a look at Sarah's podcast. Hold on. Because she must have a podcast and we can look on her podcast. So Sarah's being questioned right now. Sarah, we're gonna look up your podcast now, Sarah. You know we're gonna look in Skitland and we're gonna look in real life if your podcast doing anything. Sarah, I know her name. Sarah. Something like fun. Is that what is her name again? Fontenot or something like that. This is her podcast. This is Sarah's podcast. So let's look at Sarah's podcast. So we want to know if Sarah is worth taking advice from. But well, hey, I think her podcast doing fine. It's not doing crazy numbers, but I think she's getting there. When did she start? Let's look at her channel. When did she start? Sarah, you know we're going to do this, right? 2023. So there you go. She may be on here more than anything else. So she has a lot of celebrity guests. Let's look at Sarah's podcast. 9 days ago, she had a couple. Let me move this down. Give me one moment, Misty. 2 days ago, she had 1,700, 3,400, 14,000. Here you go. This is something right here. That was a pop. She has 21,000 here with I guess Cam Newton. She has 16,000 right here. This is her podcast. Well, hey, listen. Nick Cannon was on our podcast. Mike has been on our podcast. Who else she's got on the podcast? She had Ashley from the Skits on our podcast. Who else? This is her podcast, friends. For those who have never seen Sarah's podcast, she does have a podcast. Shaq was on her podcast. That gave her 500,000. Look at that. 500,000. Now, again, of course, are other podcasts doing bigger numbers? I'm sure they are, but you're not like a big star though. So, but nonetheless, hey, she's doing it. I mean, it's not the biggest podcast around here, but I think she's doing it. Hey, as long as you're getting some numbers in there, and as long as you're getting some numbers in there, I guess that's not bad. I guess that's not bad, you know. Magnitude matters for sure, but I guess it's not bad. Sarah's making contacts and connections while Shayla knows who. Exactly. So I would, you know what, I'm going to have to give her credit for at least being able to do that. Sarah, congrats on your podcast. I'm going to give you congratulations on your podcast. You know your boy ain't going to hate. Another black woman eating some food and doing well. Hey, no problem. Light skin, but black woman nonetheless. Yeah, so you know what I mean? Well, let me ask y'all this. Would you do a podcast with Shayla? Would you do a podcast with Shayla? Would you do a podcast with Shayla, friends? Let's say Shayla asked you to be on her podcast. The character Shayla. We're not talking about the actual person. Shayla, you're in the Skits and Shayla has a podcast. Boy. Would you do a podcast with Shayla? Why not? If you want to say no, why not? You just can't say no, friends. Why not? Why not? Why can't you do a podcast with Shayla? What's wrong with Shayla on a podcast? Y'all are, I don't know. Y'all, come on, friends. Come on now. Come on, guys. Please. No, sir. Somebody said, Sarah opened Tamira's eyes, and I love that. That's what I loved about it. Will there be one? It was very good. Absolutely not. If so, a bodyguard would have to be in there. Would they donate a podcast with Amber? Nope. You say they're not doing a podcast with Amber? Nope, not at all. So y'all wouldn't do no podcast with her. Y'all are something else. 85% of the chat so far is saying no. Yeah, yo. Y'all are something else. I swear. I love my chat too much. Y'all ain't gonna do no podcast with Shayla. Why, I'm telling you. It wouldn't be lasting long, but maybe. No. Shayla is delusional. Yes. I can tell her how Iman is screwing Delicia. And I'm gonna snitch. Yes, I think she can bring messiness to go viral. Well, does messiness always make it go viral though? She's an airhead and lacks integrity. No, I'm good. She brings no experience to the table. Tamira saw the hate. O'Neill, do you have to ask what's wrong with her? You know me, I have to be very balanced. The following program is rated B for balanced. Viewers' discretion is advised. That's why my program is rated F. This is what Shayla had going on, friends. I don't want to be on a podcast with someone who speaks barely English. Oh, good gosh. It would depend on what she wants to talk about. No way. I've been on a lot of podcasts. The men successful because the women are catty and can't share the same stage a lot of times. Jealousy is real. Interesting. Ladies, with this question from Auntie Riri, this statement from Auntie Riri. The question is this: do women work well together? I got a question for y'all. Work well together. I got a question for you ladies. Maybe I'm off, but I want to know this. Sometimes I feel like when women are when you have too many beautiful women on one thing, it tends not to work out. Do beautiful women work well together? That's the question. And I'm not saying women are, come on, ladies, you know what I mean. Blue looks nice on me. They used to call me Boy Blue. Thank you very much, Auntie Riri. Do women work well together? Do women work well together? I have a question for you with that, ladies. Do women get along with that? No. No. Why is this? That's what I want to know. Why not? Shayla can hold a conversation, or intelligent conversation. Sometimes. No. Blue looks nice on me. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Who said that? Miss T? You said so? Okay, Miss T. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. The women I know do. Usually no. I like the honesty in the answers because it's one thing I've always checked on, because sometimes it feels like, maybe because, is it because women want the attention? Why? Why can't they work together? No, women don't work well together when they're sharing and wanting the same men. Depends on the woman. I love this conversation. No. No, it's too much competition. It's about looks. It's about who shines the brightest. Some. You heard Sarah ask Teapot, were they beautiful women? No, if it's too many, I'd rather work with men. Wow. Wow, some do, sometimes. Big up on yourself. One journalist says, big up yourself. Heck no. I'm a supervisor for 28 women, and believe me, it's always drama. No worries, no worries. This is a very good question. Hey, I've always said it, but I don't know if I was right or if I was being biased. You know what I mean? It's one of those things you want to know as a man. I've always said it doesn't feel like women work well with each other, especially the more them need attention and stuff like that. It doesn't feel like they work well together. I've always thought that. But maybe I'm biased, so I said, you know what? Let me ask y'all. Good question. The phone call, jealousy. That's why girl groups don't make it. Okay. Boy bands sometimes don't make it either because B2K didn't work out. And that's one of my favorite groups, B2K. Beautiful women can work well if they have substance that goes beyond the outer beauty. Jealousy mostly. Honeypot should listen to Sarah. There will always be hate. I'd rather work with men. There needs to be a man around to neutralize some of the energy. I tell the owner at my job, just walk through sometimes. Us 7 women can do too much at times. Can be too much. It can be too much. I apologize for that. Interesting. That's why men must lead companies. Only one queen. Queen bee in the hive. Interesting. Interesting. It could work, but these group of women are in competition with each other. O'Neill, good evening. O'Neill, the podcast that I'll be on with Shayla is called Humpty Dumpty Sat on the Wall. Had a great fall because Shayla knocks her head. Shayla can't have a conversation. That is a good one. I usually work better with males. I work well with very few women. I'd rather work with, I would rather work with me. Women, when there is more than a few, there will always be a problems with one of them. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm learning. I'm really learning from the chat this evening. Chat, I want to tell you all I'm learning from. The men are learning. The men are learning from you this evening. Ladies, the men are learning from you. Just like how the men them talk sometimes, the men are learning from you this evening, ladies. We're learning from you. We're learning. Tamara does know how to lead, and that's her man. She following Shayla, that's a dummy. She doesn't know how to lead. Okay, I agree on to Riri. Somebody says the whole, what? It's a typo. Okay. Somebody has a super chat. Bilderberg Boy says, I hope there's enough room for Shayla's 3 feet. Set. Thank you for the super chat, Bilderberg Boy. I need a little male energy. Women can be petty. Too many drama with some women. That's nice. And I think Auntie Riri says, I can work with anyone because I'm not intimidated by another woman. I have worked with women who were gorgeous but had inner low self-esteem. If I made one of the men laugh too hard, it was a problem. Oh, okay. So once you make the man laugh too hard, it's an issue. Okay, I never know that. Gosh. Interesting. Ladies, y'all are teaching. Y'all are teaching the men, ladies. Y'all are the vain women of the podcast are so catty that they would try to compete with each other. With their own reflection. That's why I work at home. I think with men, it's not about looks or competition, but just the vibe. Well, yes, and men tend to be more, it's about the job. Like, we don't play about the job, and if you're lazy, somebody going to tell you you're lazy. Like, this is what I think it is. Women will try to, like, not ruffle other women's feathers too easily. This is what it seems to be. Women will try not to ruffle other women's feathers. But when it comes to a man, when it comes to men going to call you out. Hey, Joe, you're not working. Why you not work? Joe hasn't even picked up a shovel. We're going to complain. We're easier to talk out. That's what it is. We're easier to basically raise a red flag. But men do have a vibe, though. I'm going to be honest. It's sad, but it's true. Shayla gives out the worst advice ever. She does not own a doorknob. But do y'all realize that Shayla is doing the same things she did to Anton with the honeypot? Is Shayla doing the same thing to honeypot that she did to Amber? Do y'all realize that? Same thing she's doing. Everything is similar. Do you realize that? On Hill TV, we never addressed the reason Shayla persuaded Anthony with sex so easy. Shayla observed Anthony was impulsive, lustful man. She stopped Rose's wedding, left and served Amber divorce papers. No, the reason she went after Anthony, ZSA, she said it. She said, Shayla is the girl who, she tends to get the last guy. She gets the last pick of the litter. She felt jealous of Amber because she felt like Amber was able to get the things she wanted and Amber wasn't even trying. She felt like Amber was just playing basically when she wanted that. She wanted to be pregnant. She wanted to be married. She wanted these things, but Amber would get that. And Amber just didn't think much of it. That's what it really was. Podcast is going to have a lot of drama because everyone on the podcast will be coming with their own drama. It's a lot of drama. She saw the weakness for sure. ZSA, she saw the weakness for sure now. But she also knew there's a thing about her and Amber. She saw that basically, it's almost like she's saying that Amber did not want the guy. She did say it. She did also see weakness in him. That's true as well. That is true. I agree with that. I agree with that. Look at this. Look at this, ladies. Bilderberg Boy says men embrace criticism. Women call it hating on them. Is this comment true? Make sure I write that correct. There you go. That's the comment on your screen. Check the comment out on your screen. Bilderberg Boy is offering a take. Thank you for the super chat, Bilderberg Boy. Bilderberg Boy is offering a take. Is this true? This is kind of what I was saying. Men are going to call out each other quicker. Men going to call out quicker. Men going to call out each other quicker. Hey, bro, you're not doing this or you're not doing that. We're going to call out quicker. Way quicker. It ain't going to be no long thing. It's going to be is what it is. Yes, somebody says no, it's not true. Yes. Let me put back Bilderberg Boy's statement up there so y'all can see it. This is a statement from Bilderberg Boy. Let me put that up there. Then I will take the comments. Just so y'all can see exactly what it is. So you're saying no, yes, yes, no. Let me see what y'all are saying. Hit the like button, friends. If you have not hit the like button, go ahead and do that. Yes, good evening to everyone. Men embrace what? Shayla is proved. Shayla just proved it by saying Sarah is jealous. Shayla is using honeypot to have someone to talk to. Yes, facts. Just like no. Shayla can't take the criticism from someone on the outside about the podcast. She talks down on people. I was scared to be a country and commentator when I started, but Van's Voice Reviews was the first of many females to promote me, and I will be forever grateful. Nanya and others have also supported me as well. Men usually don't get too personal. Correct. We are call out your action. We're gonna say, hey, you suck. we're not gonna attack your wife or anything, but we're going to tell you that your stuff sucks. If it sucks, we're going to tell you it sucks. We're not going to sugarcoat it. It ain't going to be no whatever it is. We're going to tell you exactly what it is. We're going to call a spade a spade. Usually, you know, you have men who don't do that, but usually that's the behavior of a man. Exactly. Not in all cases. That's why I said usually. Most of the time. Correct. Yes, most of the time. Of course, friends, there's nothing that's absolute. Never ever think incomplete. You know what I mean? There's nothing that's, you know, absolute. Don't think it in that way. I said absolute. Don't think in absolute notions, friends. There's less fighting amongst men in general. When women get together, there tends to be a lot of jealousy and performativism. Men are more direct, women throw shade. I thought Delicia, friend in Miami, was coming to get the podcast together. I thought so too, but I don't know what's going on. They're all pulling in different directions. Shayla feels entitled. Man to man, yes. But man does not embrace criticism from a woman. It depends on how the woman criticizes him. It depends on what she's saying. It depends on what she's saying. Like, for example, if a woman is telling a man about his clothing or his dressing, if she tells him nicely, trust me, he'll take it. If she's trying to basically shade him, he's not going to take it. That's what that is. That's how that generally works. They're not on the same page at all. Shayla feels entitled. Thank you for your support as always. One journey, big up yourself. No, that's a little bit true. Correct. But Tamira thought Chantel was hating. Shayla is taking it to a whole different level. That's true. All right, no worries, friends. Let me switch up gears. Thank you very much for that little piece of the puzzle. I thought this was very interesting. I wanted to highlight it because I felt like it was a great what do you call it now? It was a great showing for women, especially when Sarah started talking about. I feel like it was a good showing for women. So hey, I mean, I showed it on the channel. It didn't get all of the views that people generally like, but I will put these things up because it's my way of promoting that. You know, that's all. It was a nice way of showing a black woman who had command of the space or had some knowledge of the space, sharing it to another black woman. That's what I liked about the skit. That's what I liked about that. All right, let's get to the meat of the matter. 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 In fact, I don't need this skit, all right? We don't need that skit. We don't need that skit. I'm going to go to the first skit. I put up a post today. Okay, now Anthony has called Amber's father, right? I hope him don't call anybody else. Personally, I hope Anthony does not call anyone else. Please. I hope him don't call anybody else. I hope he does not call anybody else. May I beg him don't call nobody else. This was the post today. Y'all may not have gone through the post yet, but let me put this post up. And I said, what's your view of daddy's advice? Was the father balanced? Did he take Amber's side or did he take Anthony's side? Which was it to you? Let's talk about it. Was daddy balanced? And why this is a topic is because daddy has been beaten. When I looked over the Kountry Wayne channel, them a beat daddy bad. They're beating daddy bad over by the Kountry Wayne channel. A lot of women come in the chat and them say daddy needs to mind him own business. Daddy needs to go back home. Daddy needs to do this. Daddy needs to be defending Amber. Daddy needs to put Anthony out. Daddy need them tell me all the things that daddy should do. Was daddy fair? That's the question. So may I ask you, was daddy fair? 76% said daddy was fair. 6% say he was on Amber's side. 18% say he was on Anthony's side. This is what I'm saying. Daddy was biased. No, I hope Anthony don't call anybody else. Not even Ghostbusters. But do I'm called.
There's something weird and it don't look good.
Stop it right there, son. Not even Ghostbusters. But don't want Anthony call again. I don't want him to call anyone else again. Not even Ghostbusters.
There's something weird and it don't look good.
Who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters!
Please tell Anthony don't call anybody else. This is it. Don't call anybody else. Not even Ghostbusters. Him can't call again. Gosh. But them said daddy was balanced. So the daddy was balanced. Okay, so what I loved about daddy today was daddy highlighted some very key things. Very, very key things. Daddy highlighted some key things today. Listen to daddy.
He opens himself up to the world.
All right, so let's hold it here, son. Let's have the discussion. Now it's time for me to listen to you. Most of the women in Kountry Wayne don't know who daddy is. They don't know who daddy is. Daddy is the... Them are going to see daddy, man. Daddy coming on the screen right now. Thank you for the super chat, Bilderberg Boy. Bilderberg Boy says most of the women don't know who daddy is. Because they're just used to daddy right now. A lot of people just start watching the show. Okay. So Teresa says, no, her dad isn't balanced. He doesn't even know the whole story. Amber did not tell him how Anthony has been aggressive with her. You sure daddy didn't have the whole story? Somebody saying daddy don't have the whole story. Does daddy have the whole story? And when you say aggressive, mommy, what are you talking about? When you say Anthony was aggressive with her, what are you referring to? Him trying to get her attention? Come, ladies. When you say him was aggressive with her, what do you mean? Him trying to get her attention, then backing away when he's trying to get her attention? Because that can't count, you know. Or him trying to tell her, say him don't want her to leave. Regular things that couples do. No, if she was chained in the place and it was a little bit different, I understand. But explain this one to me, Teresa. Explain this one to me. Daddy has the whole story. This is what I was trying to tell people. So daddy has the whole story. This is the arm grab is becoming something. So talk to me with the arm grab, because apparently it is something. He doesn't have the entire story. What part of the story don't have? But as we all know now, Amber has also been aggressive with Anthony also. Thank you very much, Aqua Verde. He did what a dad would tell her. Amber's father would disconnect Anthony's body if she told their father about the aggression. What aggression? Friends, when I talk about the aggression, talk about the aggression, man. Come back and talk about the aggression. I had a similar Amber with my boyfriend. My mom talked to both of us at the same time and criticized both of us regarding the situation. Amber's dad knows enough, but not any of the current things that Amber isn't privy about the current things that Anthony has done behind her back. He took a male perspective view, did he? Women have always given opportunities in the job. But if you over succeed beyond what they think, that's when you see the competition. Let's talk. My dad would do the same thing, and I would say, you aren't on my side, and he'll be 100% on my side. Let's talk about it, friends. Her father took his side. Why? He discussed how he felt and how he raised Amber. More importantly, he talked, including God. I'm looking at that. But Anthony is not ready to be faithful. He's still attracted to Shayla. So her father did not support her in any way, shape, or form. She's talking about Anthony acting a fool, grabbing and snatching her hand and treating her second class, never supporting her. That's not enough. Me not supporting it is not aggressive. I'm just not supporting you. I think we're stretching here. I think the arm grab, we're stretching the arm grab a little bit enough now. The grabbing and taking the keys. All right. So them have a little bit of domestic dispute. But if there is no... Oh boy. Oh boy. So how does this shove rank into it? All right. All right. Let's try to see if we can settle the dispute. Let's try to settle the dispute. Let's work on the dispute. Let's work on the domestic dispute, because that's what this is right now. Let's work on this domestic dispute. If a man grabs his wife's arm, can she file a police report? Can he be charged? Can he be charged in Georgia? All right. Let's try to get some context. We're going to use some chat GBT. Okay? So here we go, friends. Let's work on the arm grabbing. Let's talk together. What the law says. Under Georgia law, simple battery occurs when someone intentionally makes physical contact of insulting or provoking nature, or intentionally causing physical harm. How that applies to grabbing the arm? The courts and legal examples make it clear. Angrily grabbing someone's arm during an argument can qualify as insulting or provoking contact. Forceful, aggressive are part of the argument, okay? Yes, it can lead to a criminal charge in Georgia. It comes down to intent, context, and whether the contact is seen aggressive or unwanted. All right, so that's for the arm grabbing. So we're saying based on the arm grabbing, we can have that. All right, so let's work on the next piece. If a wife shoves her husband, can he, what did I put again? Can she be charged? Can she be charged? Ready, friends? Let's do this together. Ready, friends? Let's do this together. So just now we look on the grabbing of her arm, and now we're going to look on the shoving that she shoved him. Under Georgia law, simple battery statute states a person commits a crime when they intentionally make physical contact or contact of an insulting or provoking nature. Bottom line, yes, a shove is enough for a charge in Georgia. No worries, I'm going to go with Miss Grant. So in other words, they both can be charged at this point, correct? I'm asking y'all now, since as we're going to go down the road of it. So can they both be charged? Can they both be charged for physical contact? Since as we're going to play this game, let's just play the game. I'm tired of playing the game, so let's just play the game. Let's play the game. Let's play the game. I want to play the victim game, so let's play the game. Let's play the game. Let's go. Because this is what I was trying to explain to y'all. Friends, I know y'all are trying to make this into like a whole Tyler Perry thing, so we're going to do it. Hey, I don't mind. You know what? I got time today. Let's do it. So, okay. So if both can go to jail, okay, what else are we saying? What are we trying to say both of them can go to jail? I'm trying to ask a question. Okay, so let's just say she's talking about this and him talk about the whole idea that she's been shoving him and doing whatever it is. Both of them have blood on them hands. This is exactly why O'Neal says there are no sides to pick. Every time I want to pick a side, I tell them there are no sides. Both of them have been doing things. Come on, ladies. Come on now. Y'all see the storyline. Come on, ladies. people try to fish. I see like people trying to fish. Oh my God, I'm going to lock her up in the house. This is not a Lifetime movie. I tried to tell y'all that. This is not a Lifetime movie, friends. It's not. No, if I'm looking for a Lifetime movie or I'm looking for like a, what you call it? One of those Tyler Perry series where the woman is being battered to daylight. This is not it. I'm just telling y'all right now. That's not what you're watching. May I beg you, please. How would I feel if what? State again. O'Neal, how would you feel if your daughter was restrained, keys taken away, and not able to leave? This is how I'm going to feel SZA. ZSA. First and foremost, I wouldn't feel good either knowing that my daughter is putting her hands on a male. Because I've always encouraged her, don't you put your hands on a male. Just like I don't want no males putting their hands on her, would encourage her the same thing. I don't know what side are you arguing for. I'm arguing for both sides. You probably argue for one side. You're trying to get me to say, well, see, Anthony has done this to Amber. What about the things that Amber do to Anthony? Argue for both sides, friends. If you're not going to argue for both sides. Holding her against her will. Well, oh, good gosh. All right, let me see what I said. Oh, good God. That's prosecution in any court of law. Okay, and so if that's prosecutable, Miss Grant, also the shoving that she has done is prosecutable as well. The running after Anthony with a knife is prosecutable as well. Running him down with your car is prosecutable as well. What are we trying to say? That she's right and he's wrong? Give me an argument. More on an argument. What I tell my daughter is this. Do not square up with a male. Call the police. Don't square up. Your girl squares up all the time with Anthony. What are we talking about? Don't act like we don't say that. Your girl squares up every single day. Every day. What do you mean? Every day she squares up with him. What are we talking about here, friends? Amber look pregnant in the dress. Can a man hurt his own flesh? Probably. Exactly. Anthony was in the bushes. What are we talking about here? We're not make it look like this is not the Lifetime movie that y'all are trying to make it. This is not a Lifetime movie, friends. Me know that, but come on now, ladies. Come on. If we're not going to look on the skit them on really going to argue the thing properly. What are we saying here? Amber could have been taken an Uber to see Dave. She was not stuck. This is not a Lifetime movie where she get locked up in the house and she can't get out. That's not what you're seeing. That ain't it. Both of them could be charged. So what are we seeing? When you realize that the woman almost run the man over, right? What are we talking about here? Amber needed to take an Uber to see me. You want her to come see her? Money Law says, Amber needed to take an Uber to come see him. Amber chose to stay home. Look, friends, come on, ladies. Please replay it once and do it in slow motion so we can tell the move. Please. Good gosh, ladies. Una make it look like O'Neal Shayla is the most narcissistic, no job, no having person. Let's go back for the arm grab. Since as we're going to make this into something, I cannot believe this. I can't believe this. And I make it look now as though, look here, I'm not saying it's right, friends, but if we're not going to argue the story, argue both sides of it. What I'm showing you is that both of them are complicit. That's what the people are showing you. It's melodramatic now, man. On a melodramatic with the arm grab. But you know what? I'm going to go for it just so y'all can see it. Let's go for the arm grab. Let's go back for the arm grab. Let me see if O'Neal can find the arm grab. Let's find the arm grab. Tell him what? I don't know. I don't know. I told y'all, the writers have a way of putting side stories in. They might put some side stories in. It doesn't mean them going to do anything with it, but they have a way of putting side stories in. Let me go back down to, them asked to go back down to when she came home. Is that what it is? Where is it again? Let's see. Let me see if we can find when she left. Is that what it is? Good Lord. Okay. We're going to go back for the arm grab again because we can't escape this arm grab. Realize that this arm grab is getting out of hand now. Let's go back for the arm grab. Before we go back into Daddy being fair, let's go back to the arm grab. Let me slow it down. Let me stop right here. So let's slow it down entirely. Let's go, friends. Let's go. Let's do this melodramatic arm grab. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's do it. So Amber was walking away. Let's do the melodramatic arm grab. Let me slow it down. Let me freeze frame it for people again. Let me freeze frame it for you each time. I'm going to freeze each frame. 1. He goes. 2. Look at the arm. Look at that. Did he grab her arm or did he basically get her attention? Look, then him release. Are we done? Are we done with this topic? Come on, friends. Come on now. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Are we done? Gosh, I don't know. I'm not sure what y'all are trying to get from the arm grab thing. I'm not sure what the intention is. Past, present, I'm staying in the present. But yeah, I agree. Past and present, I'm staying in the present. So in other words, you're saying it's correct for her to it's wrong for Anthony to do what he's doing now, but it wasn't wrong for her to do what she did then. Is that what you're saying? I don't know what y'all are saying. I'm trying to get the argument with the arm grab, and I don't get it. I don't get the arm grab, friends. I'm gonna move on from the arm grab. I'm gonna get it. I don't get it. I don't get the arm grab. I don't know what y'all are trying to see. This is not a Lifetime movie, friends. It's not. It's not a Lifetime movie. It's not. I'm done with it. Anyways, let's run back into, we're here. We're gonna come right here, so let's come into anyways. Let's come back to Daddy. Was Daddy fair? That's the question. Was her father fair? I'm not going into the DV case so everybody trying to make up, because y'all are making up the DV case. Y'all don't get it. Wayne can't show it up on YouTube, friends. Him showed up on YouTube and him sure going to get less views. In case you don't know. That's another reason why you won't see it. Because if he shows a lot of DV in his things, he's going to get less views. The algorithm doesn't support those things. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. But me telling you from a skit perspective, me showing you from seeing on the screen, I don't know how else to explain it. Nonetheless, was Daddy fair? Why was Daddy not fair? Somebody said Daddy is fair. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. Listen to Daddy here, so.
To degradation, to falling, to becoming something that he's not supposed to be. In short, Amber, yeah, sometimes we turn into dogs. And I've been there too. But I can't see you becoming like him. I think of the name God, and I know that you know this, you've heard it many times, because the opposite of God is dog. And that's what men become when they leave God out of the picture.
I got a question in the chat. Did Daddy have Amber's back? Thank you very much, Lydia. That's why I don't want to get into it. O'Neill TV, they're trying to make Anthony look bad and dismiss Amber's behavior and her actions. That's why. Everyone felt bad for Amber when they caught Anthony cheating. Correct? Correct. Correct. Come, friends. Did Daddy have Amber's back? People said Daddy never have her back. Some people say that in the Kountry Wayne skit, them say Pops did not have her back. Them say Pops was unfair, you know what I mean, and he never protect her and whatever it is that them say. Been telling that he was telling her everything she needed to hear. Everything she needed to hear. Yes, he's fair. Yes, the Amber fans are coming with fake facts. I saw. Pops was for sure fair. He pretty much said, y'all both are tripping. So here's my guidance. Work it out amongst yourselves. And I love this. I love this. That's what I love about how Pops did it. Daddy was fair. I think it's the fairest. This is the fairest comment them get between the both of them. Amber is like Anthony right now. Correct. Correct. Fair advice for both. Amber is not thinking about nothing but Dave. Them said she's not thinking about anything but Dave. Present behavior, O'Neill. Your argument appears to justify Anthony's behavior. It's not. I just told you that both of their behaviors have been terrible. I've been saying this. What I'm saying is that her father has the story. That's the point we were raising, that her dad has all of the story. Him have the whole story, man. Him have the story between the both of them. That's the point I was raising. Yes. I believe Amber's father was fair. Sometimes when we are wrong, and parents tell us the truth, but hey, Team Amber, Pops was keeping it real. Daddy was being real. I like this. Besides, what I loved about it was I like the fact that it was a man giving it. And it's not because I'm favoring of a man, but it's always a woman giving the advice in the Kountry Wayne skits. I said that today at Drive Time Live. I felt because of creating ideas, and with 5 of them, that's why you have a creative director who can put them in check, and was a script writer for their podcast. And every day they argued with me. Okay, I see. Makes sense. He had her back. He held her back privately, but not publicly. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna stick by your only. He was telling her, I'm gonna stick by your bad behavior no matter what the situation you're in, whether you're right or you're wrong. I don't think so, I think him just tell her that, she needs to get better. But he did also tell her that he would not be against her. I think that's what he was saying. I think he was very fair. Personally, I think him advised them very fair. The elder made decisions, and made a decision and exited. Correct. Y'all are hearing what you want to hear. Unlike Anthony's camp, not including Coco, Amber's people don't cuddle her. They hold her to a higher standard than Anthony. Thank you. That also makes sense. That makes sense. Except for Coco, that's the only person that hold him. You're right, Kari. That's true. You are correct. That's the only other person that hold him accountable. Dad said what he preferred to happen. Bottom line, Amber said she didn't want to stay. But Dad said, even though him saying preferred that, he said the choice is up to her though. You can't make that up, you can't leave that out. ZSA, you can't leave that out. Don't talk out of context. I can give you the clip of that. Her father said, even though my hope is for you to be in your marriage, I realize the choice is yours. That means, ZSA, sure, I would want to see you work it out, but the choice is yours. That's the perfect response. You want a better response than that? You tell me. I come to you. And I think I believe that you should do this thing. But you may have a better viewpoint of the field than I do. I don't force my point of view on you. I just give you something and you make the choice for yourself. That's exactly what her father said. Listen to him again. Listen to him again.
Broke her heart. Gets away from God to degradation. Yeah. Sometimes we turn into dogs. I can't see you.
Let me see if I
And I
can
know that you know this, you've heard it many times. When they leave God out of the picture. Not Anthony. But it's your call.
Let me play that part back. This is it right here.
Out of the picture.
Listen to this again, ZSA. Because y'all need
It is my hope. And maybe you don't agree with this, but it's my hope to see you and Anthony together. You and Anthony, not Anthony and Anthony. But it's your call. And I realize that.
You hear that? Which part of that? I don't understand what you're saying. Even if she doesn't want to stay married to Anthony, he's not forcing her. You make it sound like daddy force her. That's what he's telling her. That's the advice you want from a parent. Hey, this is the truth. But you know what? It's your call. I don't know. Pops give her the foresight, man. What do you mean? I wanted her dad to have a private conversation with Amber. She's hurt and knows how she feels like Anthony has on his side. I think them did have that. Them kind of tried to put it in there. Let me talk to other men. Agreed, Monila. Anthony needs male mentorship that's ongoing. Amber had to check her dad before he came to his senses. What kind of checking? Dad was talking as though he had no history, that the marriage had been a turmoil. What do you mean? She already knows what's going on. The father knows what's happening, but he's not going to come in blazing a fire. He doesn't know. Why would you come in blazing a fire? You can show the clip when Amber hit Anthony and when they're... Look, one journey, I'd be here for days if I were to play the tit-for-tat fight of the laying hands on each other. I'd be here for days. At first, he was on little ankle side, but after he saw how fed up she is, he changed. I don't think so. I think the dad came in just listening. You know what? Let me say that I'm wrong. Let's say that I'm O'Neill. I hope that Anthony signs the papers and give her what she wants and let her go to Dave and to Amber see that the grass isn't green on the other side. Her daddy said, Amber, I taught you better. I'm not seeing it. You're not telling me what's going on, but you seem very angry. So my advice is to go to the Lord. I'm always going to be here. Goodbye. What wrong with the advice? Misty, I wonder if it's just us alone seeing this. The dad told her to not allow the betrayal to change who Amber is as a person. This is what the man tell her because now she's become a different person. It feels to me like the Amber fans want her to be an angry black woman. It's like when you want to watch a diary of a mad black woman. He's not forcing her to stay in the marriage. He's just telling her to to move smart while she's still married. Is her father forcing her to stay married? I don't know where people got this from, but the narrative is being pushed on the Wayne channel. That's what people pushing on the Wayne channel. Only these people don't watch the skits with them. So, he was unbiased. And the grass is not green on the other side. They just plant fake grass. And that's what I believe it is. He could tell she was cheating when he asked her whether she was by herself. Listen to me, the man even knows she's cheating and he's not even going there with it. What do you mean? You do realize that she's cheating, right? The Amber fans that are trying to see if them can push for more stuff. Too many egos on all 5 of them. That's true. Her father gave her some wisdom. He told her not to turn into Anthony. The last time the father was there, they were renewing their vows. He's not on anybody's side. He's just trying to guide them. That's it. And I love it. On TV, I heard what the dad said. He did not need to tell Amber the choice is hers. She's an adult. Well, him have to tell her that so she knows. So she didn't feel as though. ZSA have to understand why he did what he did. He did not want her to feel as if he's forcing her to do anything. Because just like yourself, you were getting the impression he was trying to force her to do anything. So he had to state that. It is called communication. I have to make sure you know where I stand. Nothing wrong with that. Why didn't he say that in front of Anthony? Say what? That he's not forcing her? Because I think he wanted to talk to her in a private. You don't realize with Amber fans, here's what's going on, Amber fans. Boy, I really look for it today. I'm really looking for it. O'Neill, I'm Team Amber. But Amber got sound advice doctrine from her dad. That's why you have to be careful who you're keeping in your circle. So, okay. Good. You know, let me ask a question. Ernestine or dad? Which advice is better? All right, let me see this. You know what? Forget it. Ernestine or daddy? Which advice you want? Come out of the woodwork, Amber fans. Don't worry, you get a chance. Ernestine advisor, daddy advisor. Whose advice will you take? I'm looking for the comments. Since I don't know one daddy advice, since daddy advice terrible, may I put Ernestine in there for y'all. Since you don't want her to call daddy, let's have her call Ghostbusters.
There's something weird, and it don't look good.
Who you gonna call? Since you don't want daddy advice, since you don't want daddy's advice, we're gonna call someone else. Ernestine is the only other person you can talk to. So you want her to talk to Ernestine? Let me see what they said. Dad. Somebody says dad. 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 I'm taking votes. Dad. Let's go. Come Amber fans. Dad. Dad. Her daddy. Look. Sugar Dad needs to mind his business. So you want to talk to Ernestine. Give me the answer, you know, Erica. Don't miss off of the answer, Erica. Do not move off of the answers. Let me give you 2 answers. I would never listen to Ernestine. Daddy. Daddy hands down. Dad. Amber fans, come out of the woodwork now, man. She listens to Ernestine too, you know, so come out of the woodwork. Since you don't want her to talk to her father, do you want her to talk to Ernestine? You know what? Tell you what. Since you don't want her, you know what? Fine. Dad or David? I think you better call Tyrone. Call him and tell him come. Lord. Okay, you know what? Dad or Dave? Who no want? Tell you what, I'm going to move daddy to the side. I'm going to put daddy to the side. I'm going to say, you know what? Let's say y'all don't want her to talk to Ernestine. Well, she has Dave. Daddy or Dave? Who no want? Come out of the woodwork, man. Since I don't know one, do you want her to talk to Dave? Do you want her to talk to Dave?
Dave, Dave, Dave,
Do you want her to talk to Dave?
Dave, Dave, Dave,
Giving advice? We can talk about Dave.
Dave, Dave, Dave.
I can understand the type of action that comes out of the pain she's feeling. I'm not condoning what she's doing, but I give her grace for the process. Ant needs to leave her alone. We agree on that. Anthony needs to give her some space. We agree on this, Miss Grant. We do agree on this. We're seeing eye to eye on this, and it is a process. Daddy or Dave? Not Dave? Let me see what y'all say. Should she talk to Dave or Daddy? Daddy or Dave? Who you want? Daddy still. Amber isn't cheating. You see what I'm talking about? It's people like Erica me know that exist, you know. No care how the woman have it being drilled in. No care how many rounds Dave has put inside of her. She's still not cheating. Can't bother. Me say the fans of the team Amber, not Dave, eh? Daddy. Ernestine wants Amber to be like her. Mad, miserable, and biased. At least Dad has years of experience. Dad was fair on them both. Daddy, please. Come out of the woodwork, friends. Since as y'all don't like Daddy's advice. Since as people don't want Daddy advice. Well, maybe she can talk to Dave then. No, not David either. Something isn't right with David. Daddy. Anybody with a Dave? Come on. You must have a Dave in there, man. Pops. You can talk to the Pops. Dave, you want her to talk to Dave. Nancy B, you want her to talk to Dave. Compromise, trifling Dave, eh? Trifling Dave.
Dave,
Deep
Dave,
in a very
Dave,
far land. In a mansion, not in a cave.
Dave,
There
Dave,
lived a trifling
Dave,
black man. I think his name was Dave.
Dave,
Anthony has been all
Dave,
over town looking for Amber, trying to get the boom boom shaved.
Dave,
But
Dave,
Amber has been
Dave,
riding all night long, sleeping with Dave.
Dave, Dave, Dave.
Hey Dave, O'Neal, can you please behave? Team Dad, mind your own. Team Daddy, mind your own business. Daddy or Shayla? Oh, good gosh. Dad, not Dave. Daddy. You want her talking to Dave? Yes, Dave. You want her? Kelly, you want her talking to Dave right now. Daddy and not Dave. You want her to be talking to Dave. Her father did not have her back. How come? What did her father say that didn't make him have her back? Kelly, explain this to us. We're trying to understand that next side of the audience. O'Neal, if Daddy showed up unexpected at Anthony's request, he was already on Anthony's side, so Amber had no choice but to lie to him because she's going to tell Anthony everything. I disagree with this Green Walmart. Here's why. Here's why Amber never had to lie. She can say, Dad, I don't want to talk about that. That's my business right now. Thank you very much for coming, but it's my business at this point. Anthony needs to work it out. She never had to lie. Amber did not have to lie. I know y'all are trying to ride with the narrative. Don't bother with it. So you want her talking to Dave as well. But come through, Green Walmart, come through. Let's discuss it. Did Amber have to lie to her father? Yes or no? Did Amber have to lie to her father? Green Walmart, I've been in situations already where my mother asked me a question. And all me let her know is, I'm good, man. Everything cool. I'm okay. I don't want to get into that right now because I'm an adult. I can say that I don't want to get into that right now. I don't have to lie. So there is no excuse for lying. I don't need to lie to you. I don't want to talk about that. You need to lie to your father. Just tell him you don't want to talk about that. That's all I'm saying. Come on, man. Come on. Y'all know this. She didn't have to. But she did, so now what? No. We know she has, Miss Fatal. Somebody's saying she had to lie, and I'm saying she never had to lie. That's the argument. We don't care now that she lied to her father. We're not talking about that, but someone is trying to argue for her lying to her father. So I'm saying she never had to lie. That is the point. Are you saying she had to lie? And you're saying, no, she never have to. So you answered the question already. That was the question. Did she have to lie? And we say, no, she never had to. Never discuss your sex life with your parents. There you go. No, Amber didn't have to lie. She never have to. Can't tell him you don't want to talk to him. I would lie, and I would take it to my grave. You don't need to lie to your father. Tell him you don't want to talk about that. Him can't scold you. Come on now, friends. Y'all are acting like y'all are not adults. Tell your parents you don't want to talk about that. You don't want to talk about it. Simple. I'm saying nobody really has to lie, but we all do. Okay, and we're saying she never, somebody's saying she had to lie. Miss Fatal, somebody's saying she had to lie. So we're saying she never had to lie. O'Neal, if you were cheating on your wife and she told your mom and your mom asked if it was true, what would you say? I would have told her, I'm not talking to you about that right now. And yes, Miss Fatal, O'Neal has been in Amber's situation before. Me telling you yesterday that O'Neal has been in trifling Dave's shoes. I don't have to. I don't want to talk to you about that right now. I'm not talking to you about that. Those are the responses you give to those. That's the response. So yes, if me in Amber's shoes, which I've been in her shoes before, I don't want to talk to you about that. I'm not giving you an answer. I'm not lying to you. I don't want to talk to you about that. That's the truth. That's the truth. What do you mean? I'm showing you how to deal with these things. What do you mean? That's what it is. Well, if you want to take the meaning from it, then you can take the meaning from it. I just don't want to talk to you about that right now, but I just didn't lie to you. The truth is, I don't want to talk to you about that. That's what I say. Is that what you mean? I didn't lie to you. I don't want to talk to you about it. You're asking me if you think that for lie. I genuinely don't want to talk about that. So I don't want to talk about that right now. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, man. See, somebody said them plead the fifth. Plead the fifth. She could have pleaded the fifth since as y'all want to know. But back to Daddy being on her side. Somebody said Daddy up on her side. Them say Daddy is on Anthony's side. Let's see Daddy's correction to Anthony. And by the way, I love this correction to Anthony. I love it. If you haven't seen my review on the correction to Daddy, go see it. Because I was very clear. That's not the one I'm looking for. That's the other little scene. Let me look for Daddy and Anthony. Let me look for that one. Let me look for him and Daddy. This is it. Love this scene. Daddy was very calm, cool, collected. Daddy asked him some real questions. Let's see if I can go to him talk to him about other things right here.
With all due respect, I've tried it.
You tried.
I've prayed.
Anthony, let me tell you what you tried. You tried hard to build this beautiful house. You tried hard to take care of yourself. Nice clothes. You tried hard to take care of your car. You tried a lot of those things. You've done well in those areas. You tried hard in your business. I have a question for you. Have you tried hard to talk to Jesus? That's what you got to try hard at. Because Jesus can fix it. He can turn your sins into wins.
All right, so Daddy give this. Let me see what you're saying. Did Daddy give Anthony good advice? Erica says O'Neal, what you fail to understand is Anthony did this on purpose. Anthony's trying to force her to stay with him. And it's pissing Amber off. I understand that. I know what he's trying to do. Trust me, I'm well aware of what Anthony is trying to do. Anthony is trying to see exactly if he can get his wife to stay with him. People do these things. Did it work? No. It still not produced the result. But it's the effort. Hey, you can try. It didn't work, did it? It didn't work. It doesn't matter what he's trying. But he has to try something. Because if him don't try now, Erica, you go and say him not even try either. We've been clocking him for how much months of not trying. We've been clocking him, right? I hate Kountry Wayne wrote Amber to commit adultery. O'Neal TV Dave has weakened my senses and judgment. He's a beautiful masterpiece from God. I'm glad you admit it. You just want Dave in your soul. Need Dave in your soul. Great advice to Anthony. Yes, but Anthony ain't listening. I hope he doesn't call anybody else. I wish somebody would ask Anthony, why is she so mad? What did he do? I think they've asked him, but him just no know. Him still very, like y'all have said, because of the money thing and because he's so bonded to his money, he still is very clueless. It's hard for me to see someone telling their parents to mind their business. Well, hey, you're still an adult though. You know what I mean? You can say with all due respect, mind your business. So that's how you'd put it. With all due respect, I don't mean no harm, but I don't want to talk about that. Just mind your business on that one. I'm not saying you're going to be rude, but you're going to be respectful with it. Because you can. Yes, the father gave him the cold-hearted truth, which another man could give you. This is the best. This is great advice him get, by the way. One of the best advice that he got. He tried hard to keep secrets. All he has to do is use the same energy and talk to God. That's one of the things that he's not been talking to God. Didn't the father check Amber about cheating and he didn't check Anthony about his cheating though? Him check him, man. The father check him long time, man. The father tell him about the things that he's been doing, man. Anthony's trying to manipulate the situation, but it never worked, friends. It never worked. O'Neal, is that why you're Team Anthony? No, I'm not Team Anthony. I'm not Team anything. That's why the dad is leaving the house. He doesn't approve of Anthony's BS. He's not taking the guy's side. I love this. The marriage is over. Hey, I think let's see. That means you're lying. What means I'm lying? Well, you can't, what do you mean? Because I said I don't want to talk to you about something. My honest viewpoint is I don't want to talk about it. That's an honest viewpoint. Doesn't necessarily mean that I'm lying. I could be telling the truth and I don't want to talk about it. Anthony does not want to have anything to do with the law. He will go to jail with Ben and Darren. This is my thing. They both cheated, the whole baby. So why would the father even get involved in that? Because him call him and the father is trying to look out for the both of them. Y'all ladies are hilarious. The ladies them get hilarious sometimes. Until the seed was sowed. So we have to wait for the manifestation. The father advice was sound advice. When we are in distress or anger, we think every correction is a judgment against me. She's not thinking logically or have any manners. Correct. That's also true. That's fair, Brittany. Green Walmart, Brittany is backing up your point. O'Neal, I don't care. The marriage is over. It might be. Never had to lie. She chose to lie. Wayne, just throw Anthony back to Shayla, please. Why? Why don't want to see him just go back and box? Well, I think the writers are asking the question, can Anthony make it? Kelly says, thank you for the super chat, Kelly. Kelly says in her super chat, let me read her super chat. No father, not even the heavenly father, would tell a daughter to stay with a man that had a baby on her with her best friend I'm not even Team Amber. I don't think he told her to stay. She said she wanted to stay. If you know the history of Anthony and the father was looking to wring Anthony's neck. If you know the history of the two of them, it's not great. Trust me, the history is not what you think it is. The history of him and the father is not that great. Them just getting into a place. Trust me, they're just getting to this particular place. The father has been here before. In case you don't know, the father has come before and checked him before. Trust me, the father is not what you think him is. But the father is trying to see exactly if him can, what you call it now. The father is trying to balance himself as much as possible. Believe me, the father. Let me see if I can find a video of the father so you can kind of get a viewpoint. Friends, maybe we're not new to the thing, you know, but you have to understand the father was never ever. Y'all make it sound like the father was always on Amber's side. He has not always been on Amber's side. I mean, on Anthony's side, and he's not in this regard. This is the father checking Anthony, friends. I don't know where I have these things in the friends. This is the father right here, so he's been checking him
to bring some stability to this house.
So I'm gonna interject. I think I'm gonna leave.
Please.
And I'll be in contact.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Please excuse me. I'm sorry for my outburst.
No. I understand.
Is it any?
Why? Because you got a few waves in your head, man? Come on, man. I mean, give me a break. This is my daughter, and you're screwing up her life.
Okay, I want to kind of keep this around.
Well,
David. Maybe we should have this meeting.
See, they've had it before. The dad is just trying to be very cordial. That's what the dad is trying to do, be very cordial. Don't forget that, friends. Maybe you never watched those episodes, but the dad is being cordial. Amber is not too far gone because some women would have left Anthony and dad at the house and be gone for a week since you want to call my dad. That ain't strutting. Eric, yes, Eric, I agree. On the TV, let me be serious about something. Although I don't like Anthony Dalton's behavior, I don't like Amber and Shayla calling him a what? You know what, correct? O'Neal, the word God has a plan is to fix their marriage, not to destroy their marriage. So Amber fans, be very careful with the word of God, because what God cannot do does not exist. O'Neal, Amber and Anthony's marriage is going to show redemption, restoration, forgiveness. And no matter how bad things get, God can turn it around. That's what I think they're gearing up for. Amber fans, it's so God. What am I going to do if they continue this relationship? Right, Miss T? I saw that today in a skit. What's your point? Which one? Did you see today's skit, Miss T? He told Amber to work it out. So know what y'all gonna say. I'm telling y'all, I check him already. And I don't have them all at once here, friends. He's been here before. The father knows he's been here before. Listen to what the father dealt with him in the last part. Listen to the father.
Look at it. God has a plan. And believe me, he does. Now, I feel a lot of little negative energy up in here. So I'm going to get a room tonight. Appreciate your hospitality, but I'm going to let you and him go at it. I believe God can fix it, because he's got a plan.
You see that? So the father stayed out of it. He did the right thing. Dad was furious with Anthony. Correct. He's been furious at Anthony before. Only think of the first rodeo this. If that's the case, Mama Brenda didn't have her back when she advised her not to fight Shayla, close her mouth around Shayla, and to pray. Correct. Y'all look like I'm gonna forget this. TJ said when he said that just because you got a few waves in your head. That's correct. That's what I'm telling her. Just because you have a few waves in her head. I mean, in Anthony's head. Him say, hey, just because you have a few waves in your head. That's correct. I'm telling y'all. Hey, the daddy's been checking them. Facts, bam, bam. I would have left them both. Amber's dad is a minister of God. Therefore, his advice will be based upon biblical reasoning and years of personal experience. He's tempered his wisdom with wisdom. He's tempered his words with wisdom and mutual respect for Anthony and Amber. Correct. He's respecting their house. Take several miracles. Hashtag free Amber right now. You guys are crazy if you think Anthony's going to forgive her for cheating again. That's a good question. This is the question. Will Anthony forgive her? Will Anthony forgive her when he finds out she cheated? Good question. Segue. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Money Law. Great segue. Will Anthony forgive her? This is the question now to y'all. This is a question for y'all now. This is the question. And I don't want to hear nothing that Anthony has said, because nothing what Anthony said right now no matter. We're going to carry it down to right here. So here we go. Here we go. Let me put this one inside of the thing there. Give me one moment. Will Anthony, in case you can't click that, will Anthony forgive Amber's cheating? That is the question. This is the $1 million question. $1 million question is, will he forgive her? Anthony be cursing out first little uncles and now his little waves. You call him same waves. Them. He did say that. Did Amber's mom cheat on her dad? I'm not sure. The Bible says that you can divorce due to infidelity. Correct. She can get a divorce. That's correct, Kelly. She can get a divorce. She can. Third one is coming. No, no, no. Good night, y'all. O'Neal, if Anthony changes, he has no choice but to forgive. No, no way. No, no, he won't. No, he won't forgive her after that. No, 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 he wouldn't. If he forgives her, it'll take God. Absolutely not. No, nope. Men don't forgive as easy as women. Can't really say, I can't really say this is too much. No, no. I'm looking at y'all's comments. If you take my keys, I'd call somebody to pick me up and get a replacement keys on my car. Simple. I move out. There you go. I love that. I love that. Tanya, I love that. Anthony will lose his whole mind if he learns Amber let another man get the cookie. Wanna think, friends? What do y'all think? If Amber stays with Anthony, I'm going to be team little uncles. Lord. So let me be honest. Come now. Make O'Neal be honest with y'all. Okay, let me be honest. Because Amber has cheated. Listen to me and listen to me well. Because Amber has cheated, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you guys my truth. I'll give you my truth. Let me raise my mic a little bit. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You're coming up with a question. Because I tell you now, they might just go to the place where where Amber gets pregnant. Correct, Pauline. Let me say this. This is why I want a divorce. Because if Anthony finds out that she has cheated, it's going to make it much harder. Hear me again, friends. If Anthony finds out that Amber has cheated, it's going to make it harder for the both of them. That's what I think. It's about to make it harder. Here is why. This is my reasoning. Men, correct me if I'm wrong. Men already have a visual mind. We see things. And Amber has already cheated with Wayne coming into the marriage. He's still dealing with that. To get another man to sleep with her. To put that on top of Wayne sleeping with her, he's going to always think she's giving away the pum pum. That is why now, so you know O'Neill's position. This is why they need a divorce. To me. That's why she need a divorce. That's why. But I'll see where it goes. Let me read y'all's comments. There you go. The men them now gonna take her back. I'm telling you right now, the men them wouldn't take her back. In fact, we would have left her after we find out about Wayne. If I had found out about Wayne, I'd be gone long ago. I'd already been gone anyways. But I'm giving it to you from a male perspective. Now, you do have some men who are rated C for clown. Few men are rated C for clown. So, let me not make it seem like this is all men. Some men are rated C for clown. I'm going to be very real with you. Y'all ask me to be real. I'm going to be real as a male. I'm telling the truth. Some males are rated C for clown. So them basically going to do the whole thing. And them are going to say, oh no, baby, I'm sorry. I cheated on you. So, I'm sorry. So you cheated on me. It's going to be okay, darling. It's going to be right. Hey, not me. Not a box cup. Not me. Not me. Not O'Neill. Not me. Some men do. Very few men are rated C for clown. So they will be good with taking on the whole thing. Not me. No drama. No drama, please. Eh? It's too tainted. It's too tainted. O'Neill, there's a significant to Anthony's shirt. If you notice, I think there is. But it's tough though. It's going to be tough for them. God has a plan, as printed 3 times. The scripture under is from, the scripture is from Jeremiah. Boy, I'm going to know. She wouldn't be able to bring Dave around her dad for sure. So that's over with. Daddy does not want to meet Dave. That's messed up. So a man is a whole down. Is a whole clown if he stays. Yes. Misty, I wanted her to leave. Misty, ask the chat. When listen to me. I'm gonna be honest with you, Misty. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. Misty, if I had cheated on a woman, I'm gonna tell her straight off the bat. If you think you need to leave, leave. And I'm not going to stop her because it's warranted. It's the same for both men and women. I got a divorce because I was not going to become a marriage police. Exactly, because that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to know after, exactly. Miss Fatal, that's the perfect analogy. I will now have to be thinking every time I see you with a man, I'm going to be thinking, you're cheating. That's tough to get over. I'm telling you, if the shoe was on the other foot, he wouldn't do it. I don't think Anthony will do it. I was not going to become a marriage police and be on a stakeout every time that him leave the house. Correct. Miss Fatal, may I agree with you. It's tough. Ladies, I'm being very, very honest with them. May I be real with you? Ask the man in the chat. Alright, I'm going to wake up the men in the chat. Men, if she cheats, let me wake up the men in the chat. If your girl cheats like Amber, are you staying? Don't worry yourself. I'm going to give something for the men in that chat. I'm going to show you something with the men. I'm going to give you a male perspective. I'm going to take O'Neill out of it because maybe O'Neill is too much. Maybe O'Neill just biased. So I'm going to take out my bias. I'm going to give a question to the males. Men, if your girl cheats like Amber, are you staying? May I ask the man in the chat right now? I'm going to ask the males right now in the chat. They just don't. Hey, the men them going to answer. The men are talking, ladies. Listen to the way them are telling ladies. I'm telling you all, so the man them look at the poll. 100%. Which man is saying yes? Some of the women are trying to answer the question. Some women are getting in the polls. The women stay out of the polls. I know what's going on. The ladies are going in the polls to try to see them can take the numbers. Ladies, stop trying to take the numbers. Ladies, don't take the numbers. I see what's going on over there. So ladies are answering the poll, finding a way to basically whatever it is. The woman was something else. The women in the chat are taking Miss T, me know you're in the polls them. You know who probably in the polls? Erica. Erica, come out of the polls, please. Come out of the polls, Erica, please. Something tell me say a couple people in the polls. Kelly, don't go into the polls. Kelly, please. Kelly, do not go into the polls. Please, Kelly, don't go into the polls. Allow the men to answer, please. I know them in the poll. Carrie, you in the poll too? Just Bam in the poll. You see that? I know just Bam just me is in the polls. Bam just me. I know you're going to the poll a while ago. Get out the polls, ladies, please. Respectfully. The woman who try to say them camp, they're pulling a fast one. Angela, come out of the polls, Angela. You're never going to the polls, Kelly. Who going to the polls just now? Erica, me know Erica going to the polls. Erica the first to go in the poll just now. The women them not easy, you know. Gentlemen, the women are trying to see if they can pull a fast one. The ladies are pulling a fast one on the chat. We're not easy. You think we're easy? You think them easy? Look at the numbers. 79%. Where did all those men come from? Who are those men? Hold on. Who is the 21%? Where are those men? We make a mistake. Moneylaw said he made a mistake. Did Moneylaw make a mistake? Moneylaw says that he made a mistake and press yes. Moneylaw, don't tell me you press yes in a Moneylaw. Tell me say a lie you're telling. Moneylaw say make a mistake. Did Moneylaw make a mistake? Fake news. It's fake news. Green Walmart, me hope you not press yes, you know. Green Walmart, nobody support the ladies them argument. Green Walmart, where are you, Green Walmart? Don't support the ladies them, you know. Don't support the ladies them. Fake news. Thank you very much. Fake news. Where's the 30%? Oh, Lord. Miss T says, y'all don't believe these men. 30% of these men will stay as long as nobody knows. Me can't stay, Miss T. Me I go remember. I go remember. If you cheat on me, I go remember. Who said them answering for them husband? Yo, y'all are wild, yo. Yo, you cannot answer for your husband. Ladies, you cannot answer. You cannot answer the poll for your husband. Please, you can't answer the poll for your husband. Miss T said they must stay and cook dinner. What? They must have money law and I made a mistake. Money law. You can't money law. You're pressure me thing in a money law. You're pressuring O'Neill's thing right now after I'm here batting tirelessly. Oh gosh. You coming now with this money law? Anthony already stated that how he felt in therapy about Wayne cheating. Imagine how you'd feel now. That's what I'm saying. Make another one so you can press no. Malcolm Moneyla press yes. Ladies, you cannot answer for your husband. We're not having this today. Y'all are really something else. You know, y'all are really, really something else inside the chat. But nonetheless, let me get into where Anthony was begging. Anthony was begging, and it never worked out. And I'm going to be honest with it. I'm going to be honest.
Anthony, if you love me, then sign the papers.
There you go. God has a plan. This is a shirt. God has a plan. There you go, ladies. Let's superimpose the t-shirt. Look at the shirt. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Is it over? That is the question. Is it over? Jerina, I'm on your side. I'm tired of Anthony begging as well. I'm tired of him begging. I'm tired of begging. Accept it and done, man. Man not for beg so much. Man mustn't beg so much. Man must just stand up on whatever it is that happened and understand it. Need to see Anthony wallowing. I want to see humility with him. Anthony would have been better off as a counselor. Call the counselor or Pastor Chris. Don't think that would have worked either. Anthony does not like the law. O'Neill, he went too early. That's what I said to Terrian. That him going too early. He needed to wait and make the whole message simmer first. Yes. Yes. Over, eh? Is it over, friends? Based on what you have seen today, is it over? Amber fans may no want it to be over, so I'm going to give you the poll for yourself. Is the marriage over? There you go, Amber fans. Answer away. Miss Fatal says she hopes so. Yup. Anthony had a Keith Sweat moment. I want to please you. I want to please you. I want to show you, baby, that I need you. Now who can love you like me? Nobody. Who can do you like me? I don't think so. Not when Dave is around. Not when Dave is around. Not when Dave is around. This is why it's not a Keith Sweat moment. They need to start going back to church. I think so too. That's why he kept going to Wayne. Yes. In my eyesight, yes. Ladies, a man's rule, no sharing. Men do not care. Cold indifference. It is true. I'm gonna be honest. You know, one journey, it is true. A lie, Anthony, I tell about nobody. That is not a Keith Sweat moment. We don't even talk anymore. Some people work things out and some just don't know how to change. Let's not wait till the water runs dry. Better him to call me for sing theme. We might watch our whole life flashes by. I better him to call me for sing theme. I would have tried something for him. He should have called me. He should have called me. Him just need some more words. We don't even know what we argue about. Some people work things out and some just don't know how to change. Let's not wait till the water runs. The water is definitely not dry because over by Dave right now, the water is running by Dave. The water is still running at Dave. That's what's going on right now. Give where's the Charmaine? Do you think that Anthony knows that Amber might be cheating? You know, I think he knows. I think he knows, but him so. This is what's going on psychologically with Anthony. Her cheating right now comes secondary to him getting a divorce. That's really what's going on. Her cheating comes secondary to the divorce. That's what's going on, Charmin. Her cheating is secondary right now to the divorce. That's what's going on. Him don't know the divorce piece is just, it's tough. It's the rejection from the divorce. That's what's hitting him right now. So him really, I don't know. You want to know the things that he's saying? He's saying a lot of things. When him hold on to her hand right here, so he should have sang something. See this? Him should have sing something right there, sir. That's what's going on. I think the cheating, the trench coat, some of y'all are saying the trench coat, give it away. I will never advise an emotionally abused woman to be a third wheel in her own marriage. It's wrong and it's sick. I don't think anybody advising her about that. I agree, Susie. Amber doesn't know Dave like that. She just met the man and opened up her pearly gates. So hold on. When I said Dave get the cookie too early, did Dave get the nookie too early? I believe so, but people said no. Did Dave get the nookie too early? Did Dave get this thing too early? Did Dave get the nookie? I'm going to call it the nookie. The nookie too early. Too early. As the cock crows, no pun intended on the word, as the cock crows. It's gosh. As the cock crow, Dave get the nookie. That's how early. Dave got the cock too early. That's correct. Too early. The cock a crow too early, man. Too early. Too early. It was too early. Dave get the nookie too early. Too early, man. Too early. As the cock crow, Dave get the nookie. The moment the cock crowed, Dave was receiving the pearly gates. The moment. There you go. The moment the cock crow. And y'all know when cock crow, y'all know how it works. But some of the Amber fans them love that though. She didn't even hide the kitty. The kitty wasn't even hidden. It's like a purse. You know, women's stuff is like a purse. It's like, it looks like a purse, basically, you know, like you open it like a purse. What? She's not even weighty. Kitty jump out of the trench coat. That's correct. The cock crow just like that. Let me see what you say. Antoinette, yes. Antony, is that what it is? Antoine, yes. But on to the next kid. He asked her to work with it. To work with Anthony, and he left. That is picking Anthony's side to me. That's not what he said. He said that he's going to leave both of them to sort their things out. He's not picking any side in it. He didn't tell him anything. The only thing him tell him is for go work with God. That's the only thing that he told him. It's like a Chanel purse. Women's things are like a Chanel purse. You get to open it up basic. It looks like a purse. I don't know. Hey, don't blame me. It just looks like a purse. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Ladies, don't act like, you know. It looks like a purse. It feels like a purse you go into. And you open the middle part. Come on, ladies. Don't act now like, you know, O'Neal don't know what he's talking about. So y'all basically believe that Anthony is, as of right now, let me read y'all's comments. No, the dad gave them a space. So he's still there, just in a hotel. That's what he did. He gave them some space. How do you expect God to fix this marriage? What do you think God's plan is? I'm not sure. You mean the plan of the person who has the pen? I'm not sure. In Kountry Wayne's objective, if Kountry Wayne's objective is to restore the Daltons' marriage, why would he make Amber commit adultery? Kountry Wayne should have allowed Amber to stay the course, trust God, and see God's glory, because they wanted to challenge the Anthony character. That's what's going on. Thank you very much. They want to challenge the Anthony character. That's why they wanted to challenge Anthony's character. Amber is disgusted. She is. Amber gave her business partner the preachy way. That's correct. Anthony only wants to protect his investments. He doesn't love Amber, and he knows it. See, I'm not even sure right now. Amber refused to deny her flesh. With Amber lying to her father, it's all going to backfire. Dave does not want her, and Anthony isn't going to want her either. The problem is this. The problem, though, is this. Ladies, the question is this. Will Dave marry Amber? That is the big piece of the puzzle. For those who are begging her to run over. You want me to write a song about it? Will Dave marry her? That's the question. Let's just say I am married as a man, ladies, and you were able to get with me. Would you marry me? And maybe the answer is no. Because in your mind, you're thinking, you know what? I don't trust you. Dave is a player from the Himalayas. Kountry Wayne's objective is clicks and views. Adultery is good for that. Case in point, Shayla. True? Nope. No. They're not marrying her. Nope. One journey says, no one has clean hands or is without sin. Repent, self-correct, no repeat, build again, and live. Love that. One journey always putting in those gems in the comments. Well said. Nope. Nope, not at all. No. Amber wants to be free. Nope. No. So y'all are saying no, basically. So y'all said Dave not married to her. Y'all are thinking Dave will not marry her. Wow. Y'all are something else, man. Ooh, good Lord. No, Dave is not looking for a permanent damsel in distress. Wow, y'all are comical. That's something else. What if Amber doesn't want to marry Dave? That's true too. I mean, true as well. But hey, I mean, all right. Hey, that's a fair question. Dave is suspicious. Amber may not want marriage. That's true as well. Common law has marriage for Amber. No. Today's your birthday. Gwen, oh, your birthday is tomorrow. Well, when I come on, Gwen, please let me know so I can sing a happy birthday. Please come on tomorrow. When I come on tomorrow, let me know. Y'all acting as if Ant-Man want Amber. Just recently told Shayla that he went back to Amber to protect his assets. And he's always honest with Shayla. Anthony says a lot of things. Just like Amber says a lot of things. We don't know. Only you're setting yourself up for the writers to defy what you believe will happen to Dave and Amber. No, you know what, C Charmer, actually I'm not. I'm just, hey, at this point I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just giving them a think. The God of a plan seem weird to me. It feels, C Charmer, it feels like maybe they're going to bring in like a situation where, Anthony break through. Maybe them going to give, I don't know what's going to happen at this point. That's why I said that they've pulled me back in. That's why I said that. I don't know what's going to happen. Honestly, at this point, don't know what's going to happen. Y'all know Kountry Wayne ain't, ain't a Christian channel. Y'all are really something else. All right, friends. I think that caps our little discussion this evening. I think it was a great discussion. Friends, it's Friday. I'm going to let y'all enjoy your Friday evening. Y'all like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm going to talk to y'all soon. I love y'all as always. And I know I respect the love and the comfort on the channel. Keep watching. Keep loving. I'm going to keep giving y'all videos. Have a wonderful evening.
Welcome to the O'Neil Show. All I've got is just for you. You ready for my beef tonight? I'm okay, just treat me right. Come in, me people, come in, me friend. What you gonna do when you come to defend? Question ask, me answer them. Wheel it up and pull it up and mash again. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire.